Hey, Neal Sean, don't put up those coffee cups just yet. We're going to talk about Steve Perry and what he wants to do right now. Coming right up. Hello, everybody. It's Gary Stuckey. Welcome back to another episode where we're talking about Steve Perry and Journey and all that good stuff. And Steve Perry still doing interviews nonstop, promoting his new album coming out October 5th called Traces, and his new song out called No Erasing just reached 2 million over on YouTube. 2 million views and number 29 on the adult contemporary charts and climbing. And they base those songs based on airplay on the radio and on social media, how much attention it gets and how many times it's streamed and things like that. They put that in consideration. But it's not like it used to be when Casey Kasem was out there, and we used to listen to those songs as a kid. But what's really important is it's getting heard. And 2 million views in about 2 weeks, that's not too shabby, so that's good. Steve Perry has done some interviews here recently. Some people have speculated, he's saying he doesn't want to get back with Journey. That's over with, put a nail in the coffin. And the thing is, he never said that. He never said he's never going to go back. But what he is saying a lot of times, what people aren't understanding is that when people keep asking him these questions, they they'll ask him about Journey. What about Journey and Journey? He's got a certain amount of things in a certain amount of time that he wants to talk about. The one thing he wants to talk about is that new album, and he wants to promote it because he's been gone for a long time. He doesn't want to talk about Journey right now. And if you'll notice, he's said on several interviews, right now, I don't, I want to do this right now. He didn't say, I'm never going back. I've said that before. So when people say, put the nail in the coffin, Neal, he don't want to have that coffee. He does want to have that coffee, I'm pretty sure. But he don't want to do that right now. There's a time and a purpose for everything under the sun. And right now, Steve just wants to promote his new album, and he wants you to enjoy it. It's like if he's having the supper at a restaurant. Maybe Steve was on, okay, here's a bad analogy time. Steve was on a desert island for years and he's starving, and he says, I really could use a steak. I love me some steak. So he goes to a restaurant and he's eating steak, and a guy comes in from the, local Italian place, and says, you want some spaghetti? It's really good. He said, well, I'm kind of eating my steak right now. I appreciate that. And the guy's like, come on, man, spaghetti, it's on sale, it's good, it's really, really good. I used to go there all the time. And he's like, let me just enjoy my steak. I'll go there next week or something, but right now, just let me enjoy. But if you keep on, he's going to say, look, I don't want spaghetti. I'm not going to ever try spaghetti. But see, and some people were pointing out in a recent interview, which was like a week ago, and he's had some other interviews since then, that he said the guy asked him about would he have coffee with Neal? Was he going to rejoin Journey? And he just kind of threw it out there, kind of a bad question. And rather than trying to go into all that and saying, look, I'm tired of you asking about Journey, Steve just said, look, if it hasn't happened in 31 years, it's not going to happen. So does that put a nail in the coffin of Journey? No, it doesn't. Because if you'll understand, he said if it hasn't happened in 31 years, it's not going to happen. Well, it did happen. It happened 22 years ago. And I'm sure they had coffee then, and they made an album together. And about the hip thing and all that. See, he's not talking about all that because he doesn't want to bring all that up right now. But there's people that keep on, keep on and keep on, and they want to talk about Journey. Well, Journey's got Arnell, they're doing good. And right now, as Steve said, everything's going a certain way. But right now, at this moment, he wants to talk about that album. And he's slowly going to reveal some stuff. And the album cover reveals stuff. Each song talks about things in his life. It's a big deal for him. So let's savor the moment. Let's enjoy this music. Let's not worry about if he's going to go back to Journey or what he's going to do in the future. Let's savor the moment right now. All we got is right now. So there you go. And another thing, talking about Kelly, he's going to keep talking about Kelly. Uh, and some people think it's getting old, the stories he's telling, but there's a purpose for that. His whole reasoning for coming back was Kelly. And she told him he doesn't need to stay in seclusion, but he needs to do the thing that he loves, and that's sing for us and for you. And that's what he's doing. He's promoting his new album. And Noah Racing, 2 million views on YouTube. A new single is coming out real soon. Be checking that out. October 5th, Traces comes out. And then an interview on CBS, October 7th. Hey, don't stop believing in Steve Perry or Journey. God bless you. This is Gary Stuckey.